yesterday's class. Who's this? What's your name? There was no class yesterday. No class yesterday. There was no class yesterday. Now, yeah, there are some important concepts. Now, these are the fundamental things, guys. Okay, what we have done, it is really very fundamental. Okay, now you take it like I'm taking it into the function 2 over here. Function. Okay, guys. Now we have seen what is a function. Function will have two parts. One is a definition part. Next one is a calling part. Okay. Now, next important thing what we have seen is we can pass the value into the function, right? Okay, Babu. We can pass the value inside the function. So when we pass the value inside the function, we are going to pass it in 4 ways. One is a positional way, second one is a keyword way, default way, or 5 ways. Okay, variable length and keyword variable length. Now we are going to see how to return a value from a function. Okay, how to return a value from a function. Now this one we are going to cover it. Second one is function reference. What is function reference? We are going to cover it today. And guys, whenever you are practicing the functions, please practice it with modularization. Simply you can practice the function. Now you can easily practice with the modularization. I want you to do it everything with the modularization. Without modularization, with modularization. Okay. Now again, how to pass function reference to another function. This is what we are going to learn it. And if possible, we are going to see the nested function. And we are going to see the closure property. These are the things I'm going to complete it. Now these two are same. These three are interrelated. Once you know this. Now if you know this one, guys, you can play with a concept called as, I don't know like how many people know this one. Okay, there is a concept called as decorators. Now if you know these three, you can play with the decorators. Okay, clear? Now these all are interrelated. Again, they are all interrelated. Now let's see this. What is that? Now we are not doing the decorators. It's not our part of the course. Okay, it's not. Just if I want, I will show you a quick example of the decorators, but that is not our part. Now you are dealing with the function, your Python class, right? There they will be describing very detailedly. They are going to do it. Now, as we know that this is the function, right? We are having a function. This is the definition of the function. Okay, this is the definition, guys. Definition will be with the keyword def, right? We can pass. Now you are calling the function over here, function call over here. Now when you call this function only, this definition will execute, right? You know this is the fundamental thing. Now once we call this one, once we call it, then only this will be executed. Okay, now if you want to pass on some arguments over here, I want to pass on A, B, C. Into this, I want to pass on 10, 20, 30. So the A will be getting 10, 20, and 30 like this. This is called as positional base, right? In the same way, you can return a value from the function. And when you return a value from the function, that value will be coming down to the place where you are calling it. Okay, wherever you are calling it, you will get that function, the value at that place only. And if you want to hold that value, you have to store it in a variable. That's it. Now, this concept is called, this can be done with the help of a return keyword. There is a return keyword is there. With the help of this, you have to do it. Again, here the advantage with the Python, or the why the Python is so flexible, is here in the usually in other programming languages we will not have the flexibility to return multiple values. If you want to return multiple values, we have to take the help of a container or the list or array or something like that. But here you can directly send how many values you wanted. Okay, you can send how many values you wanted and whatever the values you wanted. That is the advantage of the return. So function can return a value or multiple values, a single value or the multiple values, using a return keyword. Okay, function can return a single value, single or multiple values, using return keyword, guys. Return keyword. Okay, and return keyword, the function can return n number of values. Next. Okay, and function always returns a value called null. None. Okay, function always returns a value none, called none. Okay, now I will tell you what I exactly mean this one. These are the some of the points you have to remember. First one is function can return single value or multiple values using the return keyword, and function can return n number of values, and you know function always returns a value called as none, and preferably function should be the last executable statement in the function block. Function return should be, return statement should be the last executable statement inside the function. Okay, and any statement after the function will never get executed. Sorry, any statement after the return keyword. Okay, these are some of the points you have to know about the return. So function can return single or multiple values using the return keyword, and function can return n number of values. There's no limit. Okay, I will write it over here, no limit. Okay, always function always returns a value none. Okay, always returns it is by default the function will return none value, or this is a default, I can say that by default. By default. Okay, preferably return statement should be last executable statement inside function definition. Guys, just leave some space because I'm changing it. Any statement after the return keyword inside the function will never execute. Remember that. Okay, these are some of the points you have to remember. Remember these things, guys. Now just remember this. We are going to quickly see this one. Finished? Up Ayodhya soon, huh? You are from Ayodhya, right? Okay, guys, let's move. Now let me show you how we are going to write the function. Okay, module, I will say that day 2. Now I have a function. Let's take it def. I'll give it as student function, and this one will accept 3 marks, M1, M2 and M3. Okay, now these ones I'm going to take it from the user. Okay, from the main program I'm going to take this, and I'm going to calculate the total over here. That is M1 plus M2 plus M3, guys. Okay, now there is average. Average is equals to total divided by 3, right? Now I want to calculate the grade. Okay, I want to calculate the grade, and grade I want to calculate from the main program. This purpose is to calculate the total and average, and I want to calculate the grade from the main program. So now this one I will print it total. Okay, total, and I will print it average, guys. Okay, now how to call this one? STD. Now 50, 50 and 50, right? All the 3. Now you know it very well that function execution will be, it will start from here. It will check it out the definition. Yes, it will not enter into that. Remember that it will not enter, right? If it enters automatically, this should be executed, but it will not enter into that. Okay, so we are going to come down over here, and from here we are going to call this one. Now when we call it, we are going to pass on these values like this. Okay, and this one. Okay, now after this we are going to calculate this average and print the average and total. Okay, just ignore that drawing. Okay, guys, clear? Now let me run this one. Okay, clear? Now what type of variables are these? भाई रुको, हो गया आपका chance. Anyone? What type of variables are those? Huh? I'm not talking arguments. I'm not talking arguments. I'm saying that what type of variables? There, I said there are 2 types of variables. What are those? What type of variables are these? Local or global? Local. Why are you getting so much confused? It is very simple. Local variable. Remember this. And these अबे दूसरे फ्लो से फ्लाई करते हुए नीचे गए. Huh? Local only. These all are local. Until and unless you use the global variables inside global keyword inside the function definition, it will not become a global variable. Remember that. If I'm using something like this, if you are seeing global over here, global keyword, and if I'm giving M1, M2 and M3, guys, then it will become global variables. Remember this. Until and unless you see this, it is all a local variable only. And the scope of this variable is, scope means where I can use it within the function only. You can't use it out of the function. Now this one, average and total, they are variables. Yes or no? Yes. What type of variables? Local variables only. Don't get confused. Whatever you see it inside the function, they are local variables. Okay, now I'm printing. I don't want to print. I want to print. Okay, let's keep it like I want to print this one. I will get the total and average. Okay, let me get that only total outside. I want to get the total over here in the main program, and I want to calculate the average and the grade over here. So okay, let me calculate only the average. Total is, where is total? Inside the TOT variable, right? This one I'm not doing it. I'm having total over here, only total over here. Can you see this? We are having only total. This value, I want to get it to the main program and I want to calculate the average. Okay. I send some values into the function to do some calculations. After that, whatever the results is coming down, I want to get it to the main program. That is my major purpose. Now here total is a one, I got it. This total, I want to get it to the main program. How I'll get it, guys? Return. Use the return keyword. Now if I say return, okay, this will return the, whatever the value I'm giving, that will be returned. I'm returning TOT, total. Okay, this is coming down to the main program. Now this is coming down. Yes, it is coming down. Yes, it is coming down. Now let me see this. What happened? It is coming down to here, but I'm not catching it. Okay, I have to catch it. So I will catch it in a variable called as A. See, again, you should remember the flow. Here we are calling, it will go and it will execute all the statements, and there's a return keyword is there. From here it will come back to the wherever you call, right? Now while it is after the last execution statement, it will come down to the place wherever we call. Now this place only it will return whatever you are returning the value. This will be coming to this place only, remember. Okay, and I'm storing in A. Now A will be having what? 150. Okay, let's see this, whether it is having the 150 or not. Now let me print it. Print A. Now you see it. 150 we got it. Okay. Now this is from the main program. I will write it for your sake. This is from main program. Okay, guys. Now when I run it, it should be printing me 150, main program and 150. Okay. Now where is the total now? In which variable the total is there in the main program? A. Now how to calculate the average? A by 3. Okay. A by 3. Now and I will print the average over here. I will print the total and average. Print A and average. Can I do this? I can do it. Okay, I have done some operation over here. From this operation, I got the total over here, and total I'm sending it to the main program and here. So if I'm not giving this one, what will happen? Error, right? Because I'm expecting that the value should come down. But here there's no value is sent, right? I'm expecting that the value should come down. There's no is there. So what will get it? Error. No, you will not get the error. You will get the none. Oh, okay. This one is a problem, not that. I will just remove this. Okay. Now you see this, you will get the none. Got it, guys? Now, if you check it out, our definitions over here, function can return a single value, multiple values. Now I will show you the multiple values. Function can return n number of, there's no limit. And function always, return none. That is a default value. This is the default. Okay, if you are returning, if you are not returning, function will always return a value called as none. Okay, this is an interview question. Okay, what is the value we are going to get it? Yeah, right, Balender. Okay, now and this should be the last executable. Now this is what we have finished it. These things we finished it, right? Now I will show you this multiple values. Now this one we are going to show you, like this should be the last value to be executed. Now remember this, guys. Here, okay, now we are returning. Now you got it. The function will always return a default value called as none. If I am explicitly returning, what I am going to get it? total. Whatever the total is there, that value will get it. But if you are not returning over here, by default, the function will return a value called as none. Okay, remember that. Now, if I'm explicitly returning, then that value will return. Otherwise, none will come down. Now, let me show you, like, can I send the multiple values? Yes. I will calculate the, M1, M2 and M3. All the four values I'm sending. Okay. If I'm sending four values, how many variables I should have? 4. If I'm sending four values, you can have, if you send one value, you can have one. Now I will give it four variables, A, B, C and D over here. Okay. Now, let me do it like this. Yeah, it's working perfectly. Let me do it with the other one. Return none, I will write it. Now I will keep up a program over here. Here I'm not returning anything. Okay, but still I'm taking it. So what you are going to get it? None over here. The output will be none. Can you see this? None. Okay, remember this. This output will be none. Now there is one more program. Let me write it. Let me show you how to return the multiple values. Function return multi. Now here, now we are having this one. Now how many values I am sending? 4 values. And how many variables I should have? 4 variables, right? That is a basic thing, we have learned it. But here we have an advantage with this. Okay, let me show you. Now I sent it the 4 values over here. Let me print all the 4 values. A is I'm getting the total. B will be having the marks. Print C and print D. Okay guys, now let me print it. I will get the same thing. Okay, 150 is the total. M1 is having the 50, which is we got it from here. M2 is having the 50, we got it from here. M3 is having the 50. All the 3 are printed away. This is what multiple values I'm returning. Okay, now there is one more way we can do it. Okay, now let me show you what will happen if we are having something less. If I'm having 4 values over here, 4 values I'm sending, 4 values, 4 variables are there. If any less variable is there, now 4 values are been sent. How many variables is accepting? 3. It will give us an error. It will give us an error. See, remember the error, guys. Too many values to unpack. This we have seen it earlier also. Packing, unpacking situation. Okay. Packing and unpacking situation also we have seen the same thing. Now let me do it one more thing. Can I do it something like this? Yes? No? Yes? Huh? No. This will also give us an error. So not enough values to unpack. See, it is expected 5. You are sending only 4. Now this is, now one thing is we have to send same number of values, whatever is sending, same number of variables it should be having it. Okay, can you see this? You will be having. Now what if I'm having here 10 or something like this, 10, 20, 30, 40. Now like this, there are n numbers, you have to give so many variables. No, that will be a painful process. So what we can do it is, either we can give only one variable, or you can give same number of variables as that of values. Okay, there are 2 options will be there for you. Okay, either you can give same number of variables as that of values. How many values are there here? Total 8 values are there. Give 8 variables or give only one variable, and you will get all these things inside this. Okay, now let me show you this. I'm just removing this. Can you see it? Okay, all of them we got it in a form of tuple. That's why I said it. Tuple is a default sequential data type or a data structure which Python uses to display the value. This is a default one where the Python will use it. Hope you got the answer, Balendra. Now, this is the way, guys. Okay. Now, this you have two options. One is hold the same number of variables as that of values which are written. Second is, what is the second? You can have only one variable. Okay. You can have only one variable. Okay. Now, this is quickly about the return, guys. Now, any questions in this? It's very simple, I think so, right? It's very simple. Now, what I wanted you to do it is, you apply this return in the modularization. Whatever I did it, you apply using the modularization. Please do that. Okay, it looks very simple, but please do that. Now, next one is what did I covered everything? Okay, this is the one. Okay, I have to show you this. These two I will cover it off. Okay. Now let me take it as simple, guys, over here. Okay, now I'm calculating the total, I'm getting the total, and I'm printing. This is a very simple one. Okay, very simple program. Now, as I told you, now remember this. If this is not there, what will happen? This will execution will start from here. It will call it. It will go back. All the values, whatever is there, 100, 10, 50. So 50, 50, 50 will be getting into this. Okay, on the basis of positional augmentation. Now we are doing an addition over there. And what is the type of arguments? Local variables. These are all local variables, and we are going to add them, and we have put the total, and we are printing it. After this, what happens? It will return to the same point wherever it is called. Okay, it is very simple. Now this will, what is the value of A now? Sarakya. What will be the value of A? None. Why? There is no return over here. We are not returning. What is the default value we are going to return? None. So you will be getting none over here. Okay. I didn't execute this. So I will execute now. You will get it none over here. Okay, guys. Clear? Now, if I want to print the total. Now, before that, I'm saying return 10. So what is the value of A? What will be the output? Only 10. What will be the output? Okay. This is the first statement, and then we are going to get that 10 over here. 10. Why this is not executing? Because after return, if you are putting any value, it will not execute. Okay. Now what will happening over here is Here it is coming down. It is taking all the values 50, 50, 50, and from here it is coming down, and it sees that there is a return. Return means return this value to the main program. So it is returning it. Simply it is returning the value into A. Now after returning, because for each call, if you are calling one time the program will, the function will execute. You will not get it executed multiple times. So you are calling it only once. So this will be executed only once. Now, once it returns from here, it will go down over here. It will not, there's no way that this will be executed. Any number of times you are calling, it will return a value from here, guys. Okay. Now, let me say this. This one. Okay, guys, clear this one? So please don't put anything after the return. Okay, if you put it anything after the return, it will not execute. It will never get executed. Never. If I got it 10 times also, if I execute it, it will never get executed. All the time it will be there. Till here only it will stop. So always make sure that return should be at the last. Okay, guys. Now, let's talk about the next one. Next concept, what is a reference? Yeah, reference, function reference, and all these things. I asked you a couple of times here this question, why I'm using the name fun1. Remember what is fun1 refers to? Huh? మనకు చైనీస్ వాళ్ళతో ఏమైనా లింక్ ఉందా? చైనీస్ వాళ్ళతో ఏమైనా లింక్ ఉందా మనకు? మరి అంత కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఏంది రాదా మనకు? ఏమైనా ఉంటే పెట్టుకుంటే చెప్పు రాదు, మేము కూడా చేసుకుంటాం. అంత కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ పెట్టుకోండిరా. ఓకే, ఆయనకు అర్థమైంది. ఓకే, నౌ వాట్ ఈస్ ఫన్1? ఓ ఉందా? ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ ఫన్1? మీకు కూడా coding, yeah, coding standard. fun1 is nothing but using the coding standard. Now that is very important, guys. ARG, KWARGS, what is they represent? I know that that is a coding standard. What is this reference? Keyword, variable length. What is ARGS? What is fun1? Don't say coding standard. Function, a variable which holds the function reference. This is variable length argument. This is keyword variable length argument. Whenever a variable which holds the function reference, that is referred as fun1. Now let me show you what is this. Okay, def, here sky function is there. Okay, the purpose of the sky function is it will print this is from sky function. Okay, clear, guys? Now I'm calling. How to call this one? Okay, now A is equals to, I'm giving it. What is the output? पूरा बताओ, कुछ और नहीं दिख रहा क्या वहां पे? Print and none, right? You are clear about that? Okay, guys, try to understand this. This is very important. I said that they are all interrelated ones. Now, if I am removing this, what will happen? Error, error, right? Let's see the A value. It's not an error. What is this, Babu? Ashokar. పండుగకి వెళ్ళారా? చెప్పండి. What is that? Reference of what? It's an object or not? Object or reference? Object, reference don't the same. That's what. Object is nothing but the reference. A variable which holds the reference is called as an object. Now, endidi. Anyone? Function reference. Function address undi kada. This function address, whatever is there, that address is this. Okay na? हाँ बोलो पक्का बताओ ट्रू करो उसको. How you will say that this is a function reference? Because there is sky. Can you see it? Clear? There is a sky. This function reference is nothing but where this function is stored, that address is this. Okay? Clear guys? Okay. Now if I am doing like this, what is this? Calling of function. When I am using the function name and I am using the parenthesis, that is calling of the function. If I am removing this parenthesis, now this is what is sky? What is sky? What is sky? Is a variable which is holding this function reference. Okay, what exactly happens is whenever a function is defined, we need a function definition, right? We need a function definition. Whenever you define a function, this will be stored in a place, right? In a place it will be stored. So PVM internally what it will do is like it will create a variable with the name of the function name. Whatever the function name will be there, it will create a variable and it will store this address in this variable. Okay, it will store this address in this variable. Now, when I'm printing this one, print sky. What is this? I'm printing a variable which is having the address of the function sky. Okay, it is holding the address of the function sky. Now, if I'm doing like this, then what it means? I'm calling the function sky. Okay, I'm calling the function sky. Try to understand this, guys. When I'm giving it like this, this is called as a reference of the function sky. This is a variable which is holding the reference of the function sky. If I'm saying like this, this is nothing but calling the function sky. Okay, this is a calling. Remember this. When I'm removing this one, reference of the function sky, if I'm keeping it like this, okay, calling of the function sky. Now, see why this is holding the address of this one, because this is holding the address of this one. So if I am saying off, so you can call the function, right? No problem, you can call the function, right? Now, whoever is holding the address is capable. Yes. Whoever is holding the address, they are capable of calling the function. That shows that this is a mere a variable. See this? What this will be having? Right? Reference. Good. This will be having the reference. Right? Now, whoever is holding